Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Wildermyth. On our last episode, we actually finished the first campaign in the game, The Age of Ulstrix, and you can actually see our party. Well, 4 out of 5. Apparently one person didn't, Yanran didn't get the chance to be on the title screen here, but you can see our party here on the main screen, arriving victorious out of that first campaign. And so in today's episode, we are going to start a new story in the second campaign, which is The Enduring War. A centuries-old war resurfaces, bringing with it questions of humanity, identity, and the price of ambition. This is a 5-chapter story with Morthagai as the main threat. So we'll do the same. I mean, honestly, we could probably bump it up a little bit in terms of difficulty, because I feel like we got through the first one, fairly easily. However, the first campaign that we did was specifically designed for beginner players, and it was only 3 chapters, so since this is a bit of a longer campaign and not made for beginners, I think we'll stick with the adventure difficulty for now, which is the standard difficulty, and if we need to bump it up in future campaigns, then we can. So let's stay there with difficulty. And then here are our 3 characters. I think for this playthrough, I'm just gonna have 3 random characters. I know we did actually make Tallara in the first campaign, but I can't make Tallara in every campaign. Although I guess we could, and we could pretend she was like everyone was like an ancestor or something. But for right now, I think we're just gonna have 3 random characters. So let's just go in here and see if our first character that they generated for us is Urson. He is a poetical romantic and age 19 farmer. A fable was passed down in the town of Large Wolf. It was the story of a boy who saw the world without color and never knew the difference. His name was Urson. He endured a lull filled with uneventful labors before adventure finally called. Nothing pleased him like a cup of stars and a healing night with a stranger. He lived for the promise of these things. That's an interesting backstory. He's completely colorblind. I like that. That's fun, actually. Okay, so cool. That's Urson. I'm down with Urson. He's alive. He's a farmer. He's a flirt. He's literary. He has potential. He's human and he's young. Sounds like good traits to me. Next up is Ansia? I might re-roll that name just because, oh, this is easier. Quanalina. Quanalina! What else do we got here? Sin. There we go. Sin. That's a little easier to say. Sim Lamphory. Lamphory? Lamphory. Sin Lamphory. Say it a few times and it'll sound right. She is an age 18 farmer. Some say Sin's birth was foretold by an old large wolf sage who wandered away to die in the wilderness. Her flame rose and fell, not with regard to rest of the world, but simply according to her body's rhythms. The act of violence and the grim trophies she took from it sometimes seemed to constitute her entire motivation. Ooh. She can be a little bit evil, I guess, by the sounds of things. Here are aspects. She's alive, she's a farmer, she's a dark heart. She believes she has a destiny, she's physical, human, and young. So she's a bit of a wild child, I think, little Sin. And I mean, her name really actually pairs well with the fact that she's a dark heart. Her name is Sin. Okay. So we got a colorblind flirt, a rambunctious hothead, and then we finally have also another hothead. This should go well. Logla Gwalder. Born to wander, Logla was a child of Large Wolf only as dandelions once were seeds that belonged to another stem. Growing to abhor violence as she got older, she studied the words of philosophers who'd sought to rid it from the world. In a cloud, she once saw a future full of roselight and gold fields surrounding a family home. She strove ever to solidify this vision. That's interesting, actually, because I think Logla is going to be the exact opposite of Sin. She does not like confrontation, she does not like violence or physicality, which is essentially, I think, what Sin loves. So that should be an interesting dynamic, I think. She has integrity, she's nostalgic, and has wanderlust. She's also alive, thankfully, a farmer, a human, and young. I like that. Alright, cool. So here we go. Urson, Sin, and Logla will be our starting trio here for this campaign. Let's grow the lands together and start our new campaign here. Disturbances. 1,000 years earlier. Sona, the initial limbs were a success, and I am confident the premise is sound. The thought of that sickness taking you first is too much to bear. We can ride this out together. We can endure. Rental, you can't be serious. Click. There were things they told us of. Things without souls that walk in forgotten places, following orders from centuries ago. Don't linger in caves. Don't delve too deep. Could be Morthagai down there. Other legends, like the Lady of Screams, they were intriguing. Beautiful, even. But something like that. Huh? Nightjaw was up. Oh! We're to our characters now. I've got to, hang on, I gotta get some accents in place. Urson, oh god. I feel like all of our characters are just gonna have the same accents as they did in the previous campaign. Because, like, my only boy voice is like, other legends like the late... No. Other No. No. Other legends like the Lady of Screams, they were intriguing, beautiful even, but something like that. Huh? Nightjaw was always our go-to threat growing up. Now that was a monster. And things in the dark can be left unseen. Until suddenly, they can't. Run! Crash! Thump! What was that? We'll figure it out later. Clank! Zzz, crack! Crunch! They may not bleed, but let's see if they can die. Urson, grab whatever you can swing and come on! We're gonna make Urson be a stupidly hopeless romantic here and say, she looks so gorgeous when she's urgent. Urson? Right, Morthagai! Let's see if we can get at them from multiple sides! So it looks like the Morthagai are like, almost like a zombie or like a Frankenstein kind of thing, but it's a mixture of like human body parts and machinery. So that's kind of interesting. It looks like they've arisen from the deeps where people were experimenting on them all those years ago. Hopefully we'll find out more about them, but right away they seem like a pretty cool enemy. We have a combat modifier for this one, Stoicism. All heroes have +1 armor and warding. And we have 2 foes here, a Spectic, Gears crick and knuckles crack. Its one grasping claw reaches and strains. And a sommelier, hissing tubes, a gulping pump. It teeters forward on spindly legs, trailing virulent vapors. Okay, so Urson and Logla are over here, and Sin is there. But where are the monsters? Probably up this way, where the flames are. That would check out, right? There we go. Okay, so Sin has a bow, which is good, because I kind of did want to make her like a rogue character, so that actually works out. And Urson's got a frying pan. The best weapon you can have, of course. Yeah, these monsters are very cool. Very scary looking, but very cool. There's one down. Oh. We gotta get some damage here. Here we go. Logla can get a hit in. Beautiful. Good job, team. Our very first victory against the scary robot monster creations. Urson is now a greenhorn warrior. Warriors like Urson are built hardy, enduring, with a natural aptitude for battle. They develop powerful techniques for close combat. We are going to... What should we select? I like the idea of engage. It basically makes him a tank. As a swift action, Urson engages a foe, forcing it to attack him. Urson must stay in range and maintain a clear line of sight. +1 armor per engaged foe. We'll make Urson a tank. Sin is now a greenhorn hunter. And I really love the counterattack. We had that in our previous campaigns. We're gonna pick up archery for her. And then Logla is a mystic. They made the characters perfectly for what I was anticipating their classes to be. I expected Logla to be a mystic. As a mystic, Logla has acquired the knack for interfusing her spirit with earthly things, drawing on these bonds to enact forbidden magics. And we will pick up the Humanist, which gives her some advanced interfusions. We got our first piece of loot, the Wolf Heart Talisman, an ancient charm to hang around our waist, and it gives health, so we will give that to Urson, as he is our tank. There we go. So, first order of business, we break these things down and hack up their parts. Second order, though? Can't very well go back to sweeping cobblestones after this. Not when destiny unrolls such a rug at our feet. Logla's right, we had to rise to meet this. It'll be nice to spend more time together, too. Logla is not impressed. With, you know, both of you? We'll hunt them. We'll find them. We'll dig these splinters out of the world. We'll need a accompanying name. Something to remind us of who we are now, how we changed on this day. I was thinking... Oh my god, the Vanguard of the Remembered Frog. That is low-key the weirdest name I've ever heard, and I kind of love it. So I think we're gonna have to do it. I think we're gonna have to become the Vanguard of the Remembered Frog. You think it's sufficiently intimidating? Here, follow the tales of the Vanguard of the Remembered Frog. And we got our first calamity. The Morthagai has improved its strategy, specifically the Watchman is now added to the Morthagai deck, and the deck is more dangerous now. There's more monsters. Ah. So, Chapter 1, our objectives are to clear all hostile sites, aka eliminate all the monsters from the map, and to locate Evenplow Forge. We've had reports of Morthagai activity near Evenplow Forge. One thing I did want to check, if we go to monsters... I thought they would give us a little briefing of what the Morthagai were, but they're not going to do that, so that's okay. We do, however, right away have a recruit opportunity. Someone at Soothshisted wishes to join the Vanguard of the Remembered Frog. We've been active for 1 day, and already the name of our group is so fearsome that we're attracting attention all across the land, so let's go recruit first. Our new recruit is named Tess. She is a goofish leader. Born to wander, Tess was a child of Shanland only as blackbirds can be said to belong to the trees in which they hatched. An amorous clay spirit once offered her a wish, or so she used to claim, and that's how she explained her enormous, well, what? Are we getting backstory on Tess's boobs? Wow, this is incredible. Like a vagrant bear, she toppled whatever obstacle lay before her, conscious of the path more than the destination. Well, I think Urson's really gonna like her, hey? She's a clown. Hold my beer. Physical. Wanderlust. Alright. Let's do it. Welcome to the gang, Tess. Another soul to stand. You're back? I saw you leave a while ago. I did, and it's going well. The monster slaying. There's so much monster slaying going on. But, bottom line is, we could do with another pair of hands. Are you interested? Interested? I'm only sorry I didn't insist to come along sooner. Well, you figure somebody needs to be helping patch the walls and whatnot. Of course, people need to stay and keep shit. Oh my god, I cannot pronounce that. Soothshisted running. But I know in my gut that's not my path. So you're in? I am. What sort of skills do you need the most? What do you think Tess should be? This is probably awful, but I feel like Tess and her clay boobies would probably be good as a warrior. Take a few extra hits, you know? So let's get Tess to be a warrior. You got it, girl. Get it. Now we need to help Tess get ready. Which we will do. It takes so long. I don't understand what has taken a month. I guess we have to train her a little bit. Anywho, she's now a greenhorn warrior. And we will give her the paladin ability. And then there were 4! We haven't even been on our adventure yet. We've already got 4. So it looks like Soothshisted is surrounded by a great sea, so we're obviously not going this way. So let's start off in the Untitled Meadows. Untitled Meadows has been revealed, and we can assault the L earthworks where there are lurking Thrixels. That just won't do. Our stars climb high tonight. Oh, are those ones ours? Always climbing around, our little stars. It's a good omen. You believe in omens, Logla? You start to. Spend enough time alone, you start having conversations with existence. Omens, signs, fortune. There's as much out there as you're willing to find, maybe. See, relying on the universe is trusting a bear with your baby. Ooh, is that a shooting star? May as well pick the one that has the highest chance of actually working. Maybe I do wonder, does she see something I don't? I won't say it's ever helped me any. The world, the stars, the omens. I agree, you won't say that. A coolness falls over them, a silence of 100 winks. I'm just, you know, I don't want to be distracted or disarmed. That's what I'm left fearing. We'll never see that comet again. It's a conversation Sin will return to often in her head. It'll only ever leave her with more and finer doubts, but it'll lend her vigor, at times, that pondering and soup-stirring. On those days you might expect gapless rain, a little doubt can feel like sunlight. +7 retirement age for Sin. Alright, Sin, glad you found your motivation in the stars. We've got an insight here as a combat modifier, which doubles stunt chance for all heroes, and stunt, remember, is our critical hit chance. We've got Thrixels down here, which are these gross bug things. We've got a Thrixel Dweaver and 2 Thrusks. And I guess they're back this way. I guess... Is that a door? Yeah, it kind of looks like a door. Oh yeah. It's a door! Okay, move back a little bit. Let them come to us. Oh, they can interfuse with things! Oh my goodness, I've never, encountered a monster that could do that. Okay, well that's new. There's like nothing left for me to interfuse with. I can interfuse with these bones. And then Bone Lance. This thrust. Whoa! Good job, Logla. That was amazing. Tess is gonna move up and barrier with Urson. Sin is out of range for any shots, but she can move up a little bit. Then shoot. Nice shot. There we go. Hey, and then Tess got him with her Guardian. Only one left, guys. Ooh, and apparently he can teleport. It's good to know. Hit it with your frying plan, Urson. There we go. Good job, team! I like how Sin and Logla have last names, but Tess and Urson don't. Okay, we got a shield. We will give that to, let's give it to Tess. It's a cool looking shield. Alright. And apparently the Thrixel has improved their strategy, and now the Dweavers have some extra health. Gotta keep an eye out for that. We can secure the place now and investigate thoroughly, catalog everything. So that's the way we like to do things around here. Be nice and thorough. While we're doing that, Sin's health is rejuvenating, so that's good. The site is secured. Thorough delving through the mysteries of El Earthworks has proven rewarding. Perhaps one day they'll tell our story in this very spot. El Earthworks will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. Heartwoods and ingots. We also got some Owl-wise knee pads, which damage is added to interfusion attacks, so we should definitely give that to, wait. The person I want to give it to is not an option. Logla. I mean, none of these guys need it. She's a warrior, she's a hunter, and he's a warrior, so honestly we should probably just salvage it if I can't give it to Logla. Alright. Well, that's kind of lame, but whatever. The El Earthworks and the Unonia Meadows are now, cleared. So let's move into the Bronken Meadows next. What's wrong? I sense magic. Morthagai? No, this feels more like something is lingering. Come on, it's this way. What is it? It's an overgrown mess, that's what it is. Help me uncover it. Soon. There we go. Ah, that's a nice strong font. What a rush. What are you talking about? We just pulled some weeds. I don't feel anything. It's a font of spell thread. It feels like someone is pouring honeyed sunlight, woven with strands of fire, through my body. Honeyed sunlight? Yes, sunlight and starshine! While at the same time, it's an unfurling to the world around you, to the spirit of a place or thing. Objects have spirits? Well, not like conscious ones. It's more that we're connected to everything. Spell thread, woven between all of reality. Sometimes I feel like there's an entire world that I'm missing. That's how I feel when you talk about tactics! Or when you were describing how combat flows for you the other day. Or how I get into a sort of rhythm. You said it's like dancing, and I can't imagine feeling that way. Spell threads, too. And there's no monsters here, so we can just build the prairie outpost without any objections. Let's build an outfitter which provides hide and fabric. Outfitter established. Sun-grown outfitter produces hides and fabrics. Next, we'll go to Eunonia Timbers. Scout. I feel like we're making good time here. Eunonia Timbers has been revealed. And there's an Elder Range outfitter already here. However, there's some Orthogai here, so we're gonna need to assault it and clear it out. Attack! The sun's fallen and a silver fog floats from the trees where its shadows pool. Logla, stop for a second. We're all getting lost in this stuff. It's thickening. Can't remember a gloom quite like this. You? Listen, the twilight birds are silent. The quiet forms a fence around them, impenetrable, the whirling air almost utterly opaque. Urson? Tess? I think we need to not stand here. Let's get to the trees. At least those are solid. They halt just inside the shelter of the pines, the dark air clinging wet. The trunks they press to dampen their palms. I don't like tree clinging, generally. And then something vast moves beside them. Slow, achingly slow. It passes, too enormous to be seen, impossibly silent. That can't be... Night's fallen. The fog wanders away, clinging to the felty outline of that gargantuan shadow. So, if you guys remember, we actually had this exact same event in our first campaign, so it's interesting to see that there can be some overlap here. In the first campaign, we went with this option, so in the second campaign, I think we're gonna go after it. Just to see how that sort of plays out for us. I'd rather us take a look now. Trails go cold quick in the dark. Come on, Sin. Didn't think I'd have to convince you. Lead on then. Hope you don't mind if I stay ready. The night, emptied of silence, fills again with noise. Crickets and owls and scuttling ferrets. Approximating where the giant had passed, they search. There are no footprints. Or are there? Pools of green light are spaced along between the unbroken pine trunks, perhaps at distances to match the thing's huge strides. Even as they watch, the light pools rapidly shrink into the ground, drying, sinking, perhaps just fading like starlight. Logla runs to stoop over one of these and scrapes away the earth with the head of her staff. Careful. She plucks a glowing seed from the ground as it tries to burrow deeper. It slips her grasp, but then floats, settling in the air. Rustle, rustle. Think there's bone dogs on the prowl. Snatching the seed, Logla secures it in her pocket. This is shouting distance, right? Certainly worth a try. Urson? Tess? Their friends find them. But so do their enemies. Dun dun! We got a combat modifier, Disorder, for all heroes. Walling provides no armor this combat. And we've got 3 creatures here, 3 foes. We also have a leaf spirit. That's fun. See any enemies so we can move up a bit. There we go. There's one. Ah, they're all over there. Okay. We found them. Logla is gonna discus at this guy. And Tess can hopefully finish him off. Sin can shoot. Nice shot. Urson will come up here and Guardian. Ouch. Ouch, no! Urson! A splatter and a hiss, a sickly smell. Too late, Urson moves to shield his face. Each drop is like 1,000 needles, stabbing and scalding. Time is short. Between one heartbeat and the next, he makes his choice. Not gonna die like this. Need water. Get it off! Get it off! He ducks away in the chaos, running blind. Until... plop. Clean or dirty, it's water. It'll take some time to heal the burns, but he'll survive today. My face! Why did it have to be my beautiful face? Holy shit, I'm obviously not happy that, you know, we lost someone, but if we're talking role-playing and story purposes, I think he's basically gonna turn into Deadpool. The pretty boy is gonna feel his burns. Damn, and I talked at the beginning of this campaign how I was maybe gonna lower the difficulty, or sorry, raise the difficulty, but I'm glad I didn't, because already we're having more trouble. Ah, not quite. Interfuse with this instead? Discuss. Yeah, there we go. Good job, Logla. Now Tess can go get the spirit. Leaf spirit, be still. We're not going to hurt you. Let's get her a new weapon so she doesn't have to use a frying pan anymore. Ooh, Rage Ghost's Ruin, a well-made mace imbued with a wild-growing spirit of leaves. Very nice. We will replace your frying pan. Kinda matches your shield too, Tess. Good job. We got victory, but at what cost? Poor Urson's face is all burned. We got a Cloak of Attunement, which adds damage to interfuse and attack, so we will give that to Logla. Once again, the night air belongs to the songs of ordinary creatures. Everyone still here? More or less? I hate a night battle. Keep knocking into trees. Logla and Sin recount what they saw, a colossus striding silently through the silver fog. The others never saw more than the great banks of mist separating them. They make a further search for sign of the giant's passing, but are forced to camp, precious hours from sunrise, having found nothing. Later. You're an enigma, little seed. Logla plants it on a sun-blessed hillside in a bed of soft earth. Who knows what will sprout? Got a Calamity. Add that to the Morthagai pile. And if we go to Urson, Urson is maimed and he must finish healing before taking any actions. When a hero is maimed, they travel to the nearest safe town to rest until they're ready to fight again. Heroes can be maimed once per chapter. If they fall in battle a second time, they will die. Shit. Okay, Urson. Acid splashed across Urson's face has left a permanent mark. Okay, well, Urson will go back to town to heal, and then I guess the three of us will investigate this. Team to comb through the mess at Elder Range Outfitter to restore its purpose and luster. Urson has returned to action. Excellent. And the site is complete. We get hides and fabrics and a dusk leaf, a well-made dagger. We're gonna give that to Sin to replace her skinning knife. And we also got a necklace of faith, which we'll give to Urson. You could probably use the help right now. Alright guys, well clearly lots has happened so far. We We are only a year into the formation of the Vanguard of the Remember's Frog, and already one of us is maimed, but, you know, we're saving the world one tile at a time. So we're calling it a day there, and pick up in Chapter 1 next time. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again really soon.